Greece. Officially, the Hellenic Republic is a country in southeastern Europe, located at the southern tip of the Balkan Peninsula. Greece is regarded as the cradle of Western civilization, being the birthplace of democracy, Western philosophy, Western literature, historiography, political science, major scientific and mathematical principles, theatre, and the Olympic Games. From the 8th century BC, the Greeks were organized into various independent city-states, called polis, singular polis, which stretched across the Mediterranean and the Black Sea. Philip II of Macedon unified most of present-day Greece in the 4th century BCE. His son Alexander the Great rapidly conquered the famous ancient world from the eastern Mediterranean to northwestern India. The Hellenistic period that followed saw the rise of Greek culture and influence in antiquity. Greece was annexed by Rome in the 2nd century BC, becoming an integral part of the Roman Empire and its successor, the Byzantine Empire, which was culturally and linguistically primarily Greek. The Greek Orthodox Church, which emerged in the 1st century AD, helped to shape modern Greek identity and transmit Greek traditions to the wider Orthodox world. After coming under Ottoman rule in the mid-15th century, Greece emerged as a modern nation-state in the 1830s following the War of Independence. Greek and Hellenic names are derived from Latin Graecia and Graecus, from the Greci, Graikoi, who were among the first ancient Greek tribes to settle Magna Graecia in southern Italy. The term is possibly derived from the Proto-Indo-European root **ger-, specifically from grai, ancient city, to grow old, which Aristotle called the oldest city in Greece, and the colonization for the area of Naples. Greece is home to the first advanced civilizations in Europe and is considered the birthplace of Western civilization, beginning with the Cycladic civilization on the islands of the Aegean Sea around 3200 BC. Minoan civilization in Crete, 2700 to 1500 BC, and then Mycenaean civilization on the mainland, 1600 to 1100 BC. These civilizations had writing. The Minos used an obscure script called Linear A, and the Mycenaeans wrote the earliest attested form of Greek in Linear B. The Mycenaeans gradually absorbed the Minoans, but around 1200 BC, along with other civilizations, violently collapsed during the regional event known as the end of the Late Bronze Age. This began the period known as the Greek Dark Ages, from which written records are absent. Although the discovered Linear B texts are too fragmentary to reconstruct the political landscape, and cannot support the existence of a large state, contemporary Haitian and Egyptian records under a single, great king, based in mainland Greece. The Dark Ages traditionally end in 776 BC, the year of the first Olympic Games. The Iliad and the Odyssey, the foundational works of Western literature, are believed to have been written by Homer in the 7th or 8th century BC. With the end of the Dark Ages, various kingdoms and city-states emerged in the Greek peninsula, extending to the shores of the Black Sea, southern Italy, the so-called Magna Graecia, and Asia Minor. These states and their colonies reached great levels of prosperity that resulted in a cultural heyday unmatched by classical Greece, expressed in architecture, drama, science, mathematics, and philosophy. In 508 BC, Cleisthenes established the world's first democratic system of government in Athens. The lack of political unity within Greece resulted in frequent conflicts between the Greek states. The most devastating intra-Greek war was the Peloponnesian War, 431 to 404 BC, which was won by Sparta and marked the end of the Athenian Empire as the dominant power in ancient Greece. After a period of confusion following Alexander's death, the Antigonid dynasty, descended from one of Alexander's generals, established control of Macedonia and most of the Greek city-states by 276 BC. From about 200 BC, the Roman Republic became increasingly involved in Greek affairs and engaged in a series of wars with Macedonia. The defeat of the Macedonians at the Battle of Pydna in 168 BC signaled the end of Antigonid power in Greece. In 146 BC, Macedonia was annexed by Rome as a province, and the rest of Greece became a Roman protectorate. This process was completed in 27 BC when the Roman Emperor Augustus annexed the rest of Greece, and created it as the sanitary province of Achaia. The Roman Empire in the east, after the fall of the empire in the west in the 5th century, is traditionally known as the Byzantine Empire, but was simply called the Kingdom of the Romans in its time, and lasted until 1453. The culture of Greece developed over thousands of years, beginning with Mycenaean Greece and continuing through the influence of the Roman Empire and its Greco-Eastern continuation, the Eastern Roman or Byzantine Empire, especially in classical Greece. Other cultures and nations, such as the Latin and Frankish states, the Ottoman Empire, the Venetian Republic, the Republic of Genoa, and the British Empire, have also influenced modern Greek culture, although historians credit the Greek War of Independence, restoration of Greece, and to give birth to a single, coherent entity of our multifaceted culture. Artistic production in Greece began in prehistoric times in the pre-Greek Cycladic and Minoan civilizations, both of which were influenced by local traditions and the art of ancient Egypt. Ancient Greece had several painting traditions. Because of their technical differences, they went through somewhat different developments. Not all painting techniques are equally represented in the archaeological record. According to writers such as Pliny or Pausanias, the most revered form of art was individual, mobile paintings on wooden boards, technically described as panel paintings. After Greek independence, modern Greek architects sought to combine traditional Greek and Byzantine elements, and motifs with Western European influences and styles. Patras was the first modern Greek city-state to have a city plan. In January 1829, Stamatis Vulgaris, a Greek engineer in the French army, presented a plan for the new city to the governor of Capodistrias, who approved it. Vulgaris applied the orthogonal principle to the urban complex of Patras. After the establishment of the Greek Empire, the architecture of Athens and other cities was largely influenced by neoclassical architecture. For Athens, the first king of Greece, Otto of Greece, commissioned the architects Stamatios Klenthis and Eduard Schobert to prepare a modern city plan suitable for a state capital. As for Thessaloniki, after the 1917 fire, the government ordered a new city plan under the supervision of Ernest Hubbard. Other modern Greek architects include Anastasios Metaxas, Lysandros Kaftanzoglou, Panagis Kalkos, Ernst Ziller, Xenophon Pianides, Dimitris Pikionis, and Georges Kandalis. The Greek Empire is one of the oldest empires we know so far. The culture, traditions and history of the country is deep and rich. The spirit of Greece transcends the world and ascends above. Thank you for your valuable time you have taken to watch this video.